Hey guys, what's going on? It's a Block Bull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now we have some breaking news for Ripple. Ripple has formally submitted a request for a stay of the monetary component of the court's ruling issued on August the 7th, 2024. Hashtag XRP. The SEC has granted approval to the stay request. In layman terms, Jack the Rippler is breaking this news down, which basically means Ripple is placing the $125 million fine into escrow. If the SEC does not appeal, the funds will be released upon the deadlines passing. Essentially, if the SEC refrains from appealing, Ripple will receive the funds. This arrangement serves as an insurance for Ripple. The SEC has consented to these terms, so it looks as if SEC are now getting on board after hammering Ripple Labs, Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Lawson for the past 4 years. It seems as if we are starting to get a little bit of respite, and it seems that XRP will have a clear path to victory once this appeal window. Wow, my God, I can't. I've been in there. I'm lost for words because it's been 4 years. It's been so turbulent through these markets. I was in here around 2019, 2020, just before the sort of lawsuit initiated, and I've been holding a massive bag of XRP. You know, I've been through so much, like, especially in my personal life. You know, I've lost friends, I've lost loved ones because of XRP and the fact that I'm not willing to sell my bag. So this is where we're at, guys. You know, it's amazing news. Obviously, the price isn't affected just yet. We still need to get across the line. So there's still more to come. However, we are looking positive now, which is what we want to see in the market. We all just want to take care of our family. Ultimately, the ones that have actually stuck around through the thick and thin and actually, you know, place their faith with our trust and our belief with XRP and obviously some of the other utility tokens as well, namely crypto as a whole. So here we are, guys. It's absolutely remarkable. So let's just go over to the XRP chart here. We do have the log chart now. So this is the XRP blueprint, as I mentioned before. Now, I've obviously just been tinkering around with the TA here, but ultimately XRP is still below this macro wedge. Now, this TA analysis will look a little bit differently on the linear chart as well. As I've shown in previous videos, we have already broken out on the linear chart. However, on the log chart, we are still trading underneath. Now, this is what I want to see over this next week or two, especially gain entrance back into the wedge. Make sure we're pinballing there. I want to be pinballing at the very least up until the end of December, going into the new year. Now, if all goes to plan, I've just mentioned in a previous video, I've had to re-record this because I've actually been out to a house viewing today, looking at moving and getting myself an apartment. However, I recorded a video, then I thought, nah, scrap that, because obviously we've got this sort of breaking news, as you will, coming out now. So in a previous video, the most recent one that I did talk about how XRP, if the news does go in our favour, that we could potentially set a new all-time high up here. So we'll be looking at flying all the way up here, and we can go anywhere between $4 to $6, in my opinion. If obviously it's looking positive at the minute, so it's only an if the SEC then decide to change their mind and they do decide to appeal and go back on their word, then obviously we could capitulate here. Okay, until we get the official breakout. So that would be impulse 1 of 3. Then obviously going into the new year, by February, March, I do expect us to make that second impulse all the way up to about that $27, $28 mark. We could come back down to retest, consolidate for a few months, and then September, October of 2025, next year, then we will be looking to make that third and final impulse all the way up to about this $200 mark here. So this is where we are, guys. This is absolutely remarkable. I feel as though XRP is going to blow our socks off. Just look at this macro wedge. You can see how long we've been playing out here ever since this all-time high here, which was printed in 2018. all the way back here. So we've been going over 6 years of trading now for XRP in sort of a downward sort of spiral, in a sort of descending wedge. Now we are pretty much at the apex here on the log chart. So we're almost there now, guys. We're literally months away, if not days, weeks, in terms of the news that we've heard today. So, you know, it's anyone's guess if we get this breakout. However, I do expect this first impulse to be around $4-6. Whether it be in the next 30 days or whether it be in the new year, I really don't care, because I'm not looking to sell until we get to the second impulse around the $27 mark. That's just me personally. We all have different trading styles. We've all got different sort of goals and aspirations that we want to achieve from this bull market. So if you're comfortable taking $10, you take $10. I'm not going to discredit anybody's decision. You know what you've got to do for generational wealth. You know what sort of capital is required to take care of your family. So this is where we are now, guys. We are so close. Now, I'm also going to take a look at the XRP Bitcoin chart as well to see where we're at. So we have been following this chart intensely. So this is where we are now. Let me just scroll out. And what I can also do is I will go over to the linear chart as well, because I feel the linear chart depicts this sort of graph better than the previous one. So you can see the targets way up there. So for you viewers and you subscribers that haven't seen the previous video, I think I've covered this twice. I must have done about 100 videos, and I've covered it maybe 2 or 3 times before. But we got the 1 peak, 2 peak wedge, 1 peak, 2 peak wedge, and this is where we are now, guys. We're literally at the end. Now you can see what we did last time we was at the end. We literally went flying to the cheddar market there. Now anybody holding XRP there would have made an absolute fortune, and we do capitulate. You've got to understand, even though XRP is as good as it is, as boring as it is at the moment with the sideways action, XRP does move in vertical lines. And what goes up must come down. So I don't expect anything different from this next cycle, because it's happened twice before with the 2 peaks. 1 peak, 2 peak, 1 peak, 2 peak. Look at this. 1 peak, 2 peak. So these are my targets all the way up here. I can't call out the particular figures to you guys just listening to this video, because on the XRP Bitcoin chart it is at 0.0004. So whatever number that is in terms of dollars. However, I will give you the percentage return. So for the first target, we are looking to fly up here to, we have got this first resistance here, which is approximately 230% increase away for XRP. Okay, and then we've got that second sort of resistance around 900%. So I think that's about a 9x if I'm not mistaken. So 9x is on the cards for XRP, putting us in that price target, which I discussed on the other chart, between $4 to $6. That would work out, what would that work out? Is that $4.50? Soon work out what's current price action, 55 cents plus, I don't know, let's say 900%. So that's an increase of $4.95. We add that onto the current price action of 55 cents, and we're coming out at 5.5 cents. Again, between $4 to $6. Maybe look at taking some money off the table. Maybe look at cashing, not financial advice obviously. If you're there for the long term, obviously hodl your bags. But I do believe we could see a retracement here. You could see it in the previous cycle here. We actually shot up halfway up of peak number 2 here in this previous cycle before we got the capitulation. Now just look at the size of these capitulations. We are talking around 50 to 60% dumps. So like I said, this is about halfway up this sort of region, this horizontal yellow line here. We're halfway up peak 2 on this cycle, so 900%. And then if we look at anywhere between 50 to 60% retracement, we can look at re-entering the market. So if you're looking to trade, I'd certainly keep an eye out on this weekly chart with the XRP Bitcoin. So maybe cash out around 550, cash out, wait for that 50 to 60% dump and re-enter the market. I think we could come down as low as $2 once we do get moving, before we then look at impulse 2 of 3 come January, February, March time, certainly in Q1 of the new year. So that is where we are at, guys. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subbed. Make sure you're following. Make sure you're liking, because obviously that pushes the algorithm. We can grow the channel, and everyone can keep up to date with what is going on in XRP, because we all want to maximize our return on investment, guys. So you're in the right place. The fact that you found this channel. So I want to thank you guys for supporting. Anyway, I've been the Block Bull. Good luck in this super cycle. All the best, and God bless.